Education has been on decline for a long time, decades. This is a continuation from yesterday and before. And excellence seems to be something that many people don't want. We've seen our educational institutions decline in my lifetime dramatically. We've seen politics, business, the military have all been influenced by the easy way. Let's quote slogans, let's not keep the mind under rigorous development, and let's just downplay the hard part, or we can call it racism, the hard part, and then do away with that. It's a growth of ignorance. People equate having a diploma, a trophy, with achievement, but there's a lot of work that goes into that achievement. Nowadays, I've been to high school graduations in the past few years, and people just scream and yell and holler and so forth, and that's one thing. But the other is a lot of kids walking across that stage don't know that much. I know this because I receive letters. I'm no longer working, I'm retired, but even when I was, I would see resumes and letters from MBAs from very good colleges with dramatic grammar errors and capitalization in the wrong place. And it's just very sad that we've declined to that point. I'm afraid that teachers are afraid to teach. And teaching is hard work. It really is, because you have to take a young mind, predominantly a young mind, and get them to exercise that. And as I mentioned before yesterday, I was bored out of my mind in grammar school, junior high school, and it wasn't until college that I was actually pushed. And it's my fault for not trying hard enough before, and I did enough to get by. It actually wasn't until my senior year in high school that I had teachers who pushed me and made me achieve. One thing that happened when I was in high school, I was on the football team. It wasn't very good, but good enough. And one of my coaches was one of my teachers for a class. And I had some ability, and I made an A in that class. Didn't know anything, but I made an A. And I was bragging about that to a friend of mine, and my father overheard me. And this is a man who had to drop out of high school during the Great Depression to help support his family, but he got his GED in the service during World War II. So he had a great respect for knowledge, and he was a man who read a lot. But he made me go to summer school that year and retake the class. And I've always been grateful to him for that, because it was a math class, and I actually learned and saw the value later, because I went into finance, and you can't achieve anything in finance without having some knowledge of how math works and what you need to have certain outcomes and so forth. And we're not teaching that. And right now, there's a move afoot to make math easier by claiming that it's racist because of the rigor required. And you can't put up a building without proper math. You can't fly a plane without proper math. You can't build a car without proper math, or a highway, or anything else. So if you make it easier then planes are going to fall down, bridges are going to collapse, because you're going to have people putting things together that don't know how to actually put things together. But that applies, as I said yesterday, and you have to be able to apply rigor to everything, and if you make everything easier, then society is not going to move forward. And that's the problem we have now. We've gotten to this point where college is easy. I mean, we've got kids. I'm really kind of fortunate. I have grandchildren who have graduated in 3 and 4 years from college. One graduated in 3 years, and then 3 years from law school, and was in first in his class. And in the 3-year in his bachelor's degree, he played college football. So, this idea that kids are incapable is silly. Kids are more than capable. We just have to challenge them. And if you don't challenge them, they accept the easy. They're going to go along with the easy. Right now in the military, I've never liked generals, but we have generals who pretty much have been appointed by easy rigor and by political activists. And we haven't won anything. Actually, I was going to say since the Korean War, but we didn't win the Korean War either. So we have people in charge who basically can say, we don't lose, but they can say that because we pack up and go home. And we lose to people who we have no reason for losing to, but we do. And we're doing that. We have corporations who are insulting their customers because they're in charge and they can do it and they don't care. Everybody thinks, because of the rigor and the ability that built the country and all these corporations and institutions and everything, they think they're going to last forever, and they're not. And I know I said that yesterday, but it bears repeating over and over and over. It's like playing a sport. You go back and you do the basics over and over and over, or you should. And anyway, I'm going to stop on this one today. I know I'm repeating one from yesterday, but it bears repeating. You need to pay attention. You need to learn. And even after you graduate, life is a continuing learning experience. We need to get better. We need to get off the couch. I love beer, and I love movies and all of that. But you need to get out and get some work done, and you need to do the very best you can do. If you don't, then it's all going to come apart.